What's going on, everybody? It's the Bulls Show, aka Aidan, and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got another Chicago Bulls injury update video heading in towards our game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We've got a player that could potentially be returning in this game, and we also have quite a few players that could potentially miss this game if, obviously, bad luck is on our side. So we're going to have to wait and see about all of those situations against the Cleveland Cavaliers. But before we get started, please like and subscribe to the Bulls Show. Turn notifications on and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls game ahead against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Do you see this as a good opportunity to pick up a win against Cleveland? Do you think we have enough to do it? And also, do you think we're the favorites to win this game against Cleveland? All of these things are very important, and I guess those answers will be pretty much solved very shortly, once in a couple of hours, once we get to face Cleveland. It's a very tough game in my opinion. It's definitely not going to be an easy stretch. I think Cleveland have played really well this season, and they're going to be a tough team with the amount of physicality that they bring. But obviously Jared Allen not being there is a big bonus for the Chicago Bulls, and if we have a glimpse of a healthier squad than what we've seen in a long time, then I think we have a very good chance to win this game. But all things considered, we do have some worries of our own. But first, let's talk about the guys that are questionable to play in this game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Questionable in NBA terms is 50-50. There's a 50% chance they can play. There's a 50% chance they can miss this game. There are two players that we need to talk about. Obviously, the first one, it's a bit of a worry, is Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine was listed as questionable to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. This is due to left knee soreness. I believe this is the same knee that obviously has been bugging him from the post-All-Star break. He ended up taking 2 games off from there to get checked up, things of that nature. Everything came back healthy. He's still not 100%, but obviously that knee, I think, will bug him from time to time. He is listed as questionable to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. We have to manage Zach LaVine very carefully, in my opinion. So if it is left knee soreness and it doesn't get any better by the Cleveland game, then either we limit his minutes a little bit or he just simply misses out against Cleveland. Managing him is very important. We want him to be as healthy as possible heading into the playoffs, and a bad Zach LaVine or an unhealthy Zach LaVine will not help the Chicago Bulls whatsoever. We need Zach LaVine at his best, and in order for that to possibly happen, maybe a game or two, he just simply needs to not play. We'll see what happens with Cleveland, and if he does play. Obviously, if he plays, it's a big bonus for the Chicago Bulls. It puts us in a better position to win, but obviously the health comes first, and we have bigger things to worry about than just one single game against the Cleveland Cavaliers. But the positive about a questionable, ladies and gentlemen, is that this guy has not been seen as, I guess, questionable for a long time. He's been out for a few weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, ladies and gentlemen, the common weeks of our season. But Alex Caruso has been listed as questionable to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Now, if you already watched my prior video with Alex Caruso and I asked who do you think or when do you think Alex Caruso will return, my guess was against Sacramento. So seeing him listed as questionable against Cleveland is very, very promising. Obviously, it's that 50-50 chance he will play against Cleveland. That's a very good odds. I'll take those odds any day of the week, but I do still think he'll miss this game. There's also been rumors that he's still hurt. His hand still hurts, which is definitely a sign that he could potentially miss this game as well. And there's potentially minutes restrictions there for Alex Caruso for him to undergo. But all things considered, when it comes to Alex Caruso, he's probably one of the toughest players on this team. It's going to be very hard to keep him off of the court, and I think there's going to be an absolute fight if Alex Caruso doesn't play this game. But for caution's sake, and obviously for the betterment of the future of this team, if one game is what it takes to see Alex Caruso back at his best, if he can miss one more game and we see the best out of Alex Caruso, and Alex Caruso that is pain-free in the next game against Sacramento, then at the end of the day, I would definitely do that as well. I've already said what I think. I think Alex Caruso will miss this Cleveland Cavaliers game and he will play against Sacramento. But that's a 50-50 chance, ladies and gentlemen. I could definitely be wrong, so don't take my word on that. It's just what I think personally. There are also 2 players that are probable to play in this game against Cleveland. Probable means a 75% chance likelihood that they will play against Cleveland. So you definitely like those odds a little bit more than the questionable. First ones is the obvious one. It's Nikola Vucevic. He played in the last game against the Detroit Pistons. He had a little bit of a minutes restriction on him. He only could play 6 to 7 minutes at a time against the Detroit Pistons. But obviously, there's been a lot of days that's gone by since then. He's got a little bit of time to rest and recover and train, maybe a little bit of light training to get those legs underneath him again and just get a little bit healthier. And he's probable to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. So they don't have their best big man out there. And I believe last time we versed the Cleveland Cavaliers, Vucevic had a field day with Jared Allen. Again, it's one of those matchups where I think he could go either way. Jared Allen is an all-star caliber center in my opinion. And defensively, he could definitely show that every single time that he plays. But Vucevic did get the better of him in the last game. So him not being there could be a big night for Vucevic if he decides to take it and if we decide to use him in the way that he should be used. So let's just see what happens with that one. And Ayo Dosunmu, ladies and gentlemen, he is potentially, or he's probable to play in this game against Cleveland. Obviously, I think he has a groin issue, which is, again, something that could definitely get worse if things don't go unattended. So hopefully with Ayo Dosunmu, it's not going to be a serious thing when it comes to that. Probable means it's 75% chance, again, likely to play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I think Aidan is a very important player of this team. And pretty much we're losing another point guard if he is to miss this game. So if Caruso doesn't come back and Aidan is out, that's a really tough thing to overcome in my opinion. So hopefully we can get both of them back ready to play this game. But most importantly, it looks like Ayo should be ready to go for this game. But there's always that small percentage, that small chance he will miss the game. So again, one of those things we'll have to wait and see about. But that is all in terms of the injury updates, ladies and gentlemen. We talked a lot about injuries in this video, but at the end of the day, it's one of those circumstances. We've got players potentially returning. We also got players that are trying to rest. We also got players that potentially have some injuries that could get worse. So bit of a worrying time, bit of a stressful time, but also if everything goes well, we win, it could be a very positive time. Let's just see how the Bulls can extend that 1-game win streak to a 2-game win streak. That's the most important thing. I think this game against Cleveland is a very important game. If we lose this game, you expect teams like Boston to get ahead of us in the Eastern Conference. We remain 5th and we lose home court advantage. And then also Cleveland's 2 games behind us. So that's going to take them a game behind us as well. So we could potentially be falling down to 6th if things get a little bit worse. So it's a must-win game in my opinion. It's against a rival, it's against a competitor, and it's also a chance for us to extend our streak or extend our win percentage against the Cleveland Cavaliers and take us a little bit further in those standings so they have a harder time catching up. Big important game here. So let's hope that the Bulls can walk away with the win. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe if you're new. I'll see you in another Chicago Bulls video. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay tuned for more. Take care and peace.